everyone, welcome back to Vital Healing. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Dr. Candida Schwartz. I am a naturopathic doctor as well as an intuitive healer. So for today, I actually had a different plan for today, but with everything that's been going on lately, I got this very strong feeling that I needed to talk about balance, specifically a balance between masculine and feminine energies. Now, I'm not talking about man versus woman. That is not what I'm saying. I'm actually just talking about the symbolism and the high vibrational tone of the masculine, the strong leader, the protective father, the structure, the foundation, the loving, kind, focused, determined, confident, go for it, masculine energy. That's the high vibration of the masculine. And with this lunar eclipse and full moon coming up in Capricorn, this is really activated energy in these next few days. We're seeing a lot of lower vibrational masculine energies. So anger, violence, linear thinking, as opposed to thinking outside of the box, opening up our minds, power struggle, force, frustration. These are some of the things that I'm noticing this week. So to balance this out with the Cancerian new moon, and we are in Cancer season right now, they're polar opposites, Cancer and Capricorn, and we're finishing out a north and south node axis. So for the last couple of years, we have been feeling a lot of power struggle between the masculine and the feminine, and finding some balance and some voice and some rhythm and some co-creative energy between the two. And as we get this final nod with this upcoming event over the 4th of July, no coincidence there, we're noticing how things have shifted in our own personal lives, how we react, how we cope, and kind of a completion of a 2-year lessening. And this is obvious how it's happening nationally, especially in our United States and globally, and even in our local communities. But it's really about making sense of it and finding balance within ourselves. And as we do that, then we can open our hearts and offer to our communities, to our families, to our home. The Cancer Capricorn axis is all about emotional security with Cancer, the mother, and earthly security, our house, our foundation, our structure, with the Capricorn energy, which is the event that's coming up. So I woke up today. So who's with me? Who's excited? Go ahead and talk to me. Let me know. How are you feeling? So today we are going to talk about some naturopathic ways to kind of find where you're pushing too hard, you're striving too hard, you're angry, kind of some of those edgier masculine qualities, and where we need to bring in some feminine energy, some self-care, some nurture, some open-mindedness, some integration, some softness, some gentleness, some nurturing. And so for the masculine, I chose the flower essence oak. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I'd like to demonstrate some hydrotherapy. Water is very purifying. It's very healing. It's very detoxifying, especially when we use it with applications of hot and cold. This is very fundamental naturopathic nature cure care. It is amazing. It is amazing healing. You can heal a lot with water, just drinking more water, but water in general, right? Sitting by the ocean, sitting by the lake, but then actually taking it to this therapeutic, this physiological therapeutic level with the applications of hydrotherapy. So I'm going to start demonstrating that now, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more. So in this tub, I have, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but this is just an old tub and it's filled with hot steaming water. It's not too hot to burn me. And what I'm going to do with this hot water is I'm going to place my feet into this hot water, and oh my gosh, it feels incredible. I'm typically a very ungrounded person, so this feels incredible for me. My feet are always cold. So in this, I have a tablespoon of bentonite clay, and I'll link a previous video to the amazing effects of the amazing therapeutic benefits of bentonite clay. I have about 1/4 of a cup of Epsom salts, which we know full of magnesium, very drawing, very pulling. Bentonite clay, very drawing, very pulling. Both are very detoxifying, very relaxing, very soothing. And then I've got some ylang ylang, which is a very balancing essential oil by doTERRA. I'm a Libra sun, so ylang ylang is a scent that I'm very drawn to. It's really therapeutic for me. And then I have some Weleda arnica. I probably did 1/2 cap, and arnica is very relaxing to the muscles. It's very soothing. So that's why I chose that. And what we're going to do is we're going to do about 3 minutes. And I've got a little timer going. I'm going to do 3 minutes in this hot water. What this is going to do is it's going to pull all of the cells, it's going to open up all of my blood vessels, and it's going to pull all of the blood down to my feet. Our feet have all of our detox points. This is very acupuncture medicine that I'm talking about, and I don't know a lot of those details, but I just know that our feet carry a lot of our detox points. So for these 3 minutes, I'm going to let all of this heat with the vasodilation, the blood vessels dilate in the feet. And what that does is it tells all of the constricted, colder blood vessels that are in my that are up above my feet to, like gravity, go to another place, a place where there is more space for them. Today, I woke up and I've had a week that is tiring. My head is starting, I'm getting eye achy. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. There's been a lot of anger and frustration, and again, some lower vibrational masculine energy that I'm noticing everywhere. And I'm noticing how it triggers me. And so with my feet, the blood vessels in my feet dilating, they're opening, all of this stuck blood that's constricted in my upper body is going down, and I'm actually just like you can see my eyes are really dark, extra dark, but it's just naturally, like my eyes are starting to soften and I'm relaxing. It happens like that. It's incredible. Hydrotherapy is incredible. So I'm going to do that for another minute. While I'm allowing this to happen, I'm going to start talking about integrating the masculine with today. So I've got a glass of water, very feminine, very Cancerian, very mama, very womb, nurturing, emotional. And this is oak. Oak is a flower essence, the Bach flower essence. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do about maybe 4 drops, 1, 2, 3, 4 in my water. And I'm going to keep sipping it. So the reason I chose oak, when we think about oak, we think about a big, strong tree. In my house right now, I can see, just looking out my windows, I can see at least 30 oak trees. So it's very grounded, paternal, strong, big, big trees, big roots, big trunks. So the positive qualities of oak are balanced strength, accepting your limits, and knowing when to surrender. The patterns of imbalance are iron will, inflexible, overstriving beyond your limits. So I'm going to let you sit with that. We're at the 3-minute mark right now. Here, I have an old tub, and it's got ice water in it. See that? So my feet are nice and warm now. So I'm going to take them from the hot and I'm going to, woo, put them in the cold. Yowza! What this does is constrict. I'm only going to do this for about 30 seconds. This is constricting all of those blood vessels in the feet. And so what that's saying, so it's constricting all those blood vessels. So it's starting to pump and push the blood back up through my legs and back up into my heart. And what's going to happen is that eventually, as I do this 2 or 3 times, always ending in cold, we're going to create a heart. Okay, we're about at 30 seconds. I'm going to put it back at hot. And I'm back at hot. And I'm starting to feel throbbing in my feet, just as I always do. As I anticipated, because I've done this a million times with a million patients and clients, and I learned about it for years in naturopathic medical school. So right now, I'm just going to let my feet get nice and toasty for another couple of minutes. And I'm going to keep talking about oak in my water, and I'm just going to take a sip. So, oak is very strong, masculine energy that strives and achieves and makes foundation and does it in a logical, linear, confident fashion. That is strong, high vibrational, protective papa energy, right? But when we push too hard, we get exhausted. And sometimes the things that we want become out of reach because we're striving so hard, we're actually pushing them farther away. So as I sip my water and I relax into this hydrotherapy, I have maybe 30 seconds left of this hot. And, you can do 2 or 3 minutes of hot and then about, 30-ish seconds of cold. Again, you want to do it 3 times, always ending in cold. So I'm just going to take another sip of water. The other reason I wanted to talk about this today, so of course there's the moon energy, and then there's also it's really obvious what's happening in our nation, in the United States, and it's happening globally with COVID, with racial injustice, with abortion rights being talked about, potentially taken away. So there's some female rights. We've been talking since the Me Too movement that started a few years ago. Women not being treated with respect, abuse of power. So I just wanted you to take some time and explore some of these feelings today and for the next few days, or whenever you're watching this video. It's going to be a timeless video. All of my videos are timeless. If you stumble across it, you need it. Okay, so we're at time to do cold. Yowza! When your feet are so hot, it actually feels pretty good. So taking some time to explore these masculine and feminine qualities within yourself and how you are kind of tackling them nationally. Are you out there picketing? Are you out there, picketing for, for the elections? Are you, I'm losing the word. It's that word for protesting. Okay, 30 seconds left. Hot again. Are you curling up in a ball because you just can't deal? So again, we're exploring the masculine and the feminine qualities. When the feminine is out of balance, she's weak and tired and depleted and has no voice, has no energy, and can even go into some victim martyr mode, right? So as it's kind of like a soup or like a recipe. You want a dash of this really great masculine herb. You want a sprinkle of this really beautiful feminine herb or liquid or spice, and How does that help you get really centered within yourself so you can approach this next phase of 2020, this next foundation that you're trying to create as we break old patriarchal paradigms that really don't serve anymore, and give all people of all colors, of all genders, from all walks of life, their voice, their rights, and their permission. So I'd love for you to take a really nice deep breath into that. We've got about 30 more seconds of hot, and then we're going to finish with cold. So for me personally, I look very feminine. I've got long hair. I'm curvy. I'm very maternal. I'm very loving. I love to connect with people. All very beautiful, raised vibrational, feminine energy that I embrace and am grateful for every day. But at the end of the day, I am very, very masculine. I'm very, very driven. I overstrive. I try to fix everything for everybody. Again, we're going into a little bit of lower vibrational feminine energy because at the end of the day, it's all one. But I'm an empath, but I get really tired and I get really depleted, and I knew I had to film today. So I said, well, how can I blend the two? How can I get something done, really offer something, put something out there that can be really helpful? Okay, we gotta go into cold and finish up in cold. How can I help and offer something that I can use this platform for and still take care of myself when I'm a little bit tired, I'm a little bit fatigued, I'm feeling a little bit broken today? And so I said, well, if I had time, if I could carve out time into my day, I would do a little hydrotherapy. I would drink a little extra water. I would utilize all of my tools that I've learned over the years as a naturopath and just as a healer. And I said, well, why not just do them at the same time? Right? So it's kind of multitasking because my headache is gone. All of my tension in my neck is gone. My feet are tingling. My body temperature feels really neutral now, whereas before I was a little depleted, kind of tired, exhausted feeling. And I can handle the day. And I do this with meditation and exercise, but it was really nice to be here with you and demonstrate some tools that I use, really simple tools that I feel safe sharing publicly, showing you how beautiful naturopathic medicine is and how beautiful the balance between our own masculine and feminine, and really utilizing all of the events that we've been through in this year of 2020 and in our lifetime as we find a new way of taking care of ourselves, supporting our homes, our families, and still opening up our hearts to community and making positive change for our world at large. Capricorn is cardinal, which is action-packed, earth energy. So take some time to be out in the earth. Go for a walk on the water, lie on the earth, do some earthing, do the hydrotherapy outside. If I wasn't filming, I would have done this outside. Take some time to take care of yourself so you have more to offer in your authenticity, in your self-love, in your balance, and your rhythm. If you enjoyed this and got something from it, please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Please share it with your friends and family. And I will see you next time. I post every Thursday, but every once in a while I throw out a new little fun video if I'm inspired. So happy moon, happy Thursday. Take really good care of yourself during these intense, powerful, transformative times. Be the change you want to see in the world. Start within yourself first. And that all starts in your heart. From my heart to yours.